Welcome to the Four Listeners Program. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. What up, I'm Spear? This week on the mics, we have the Z-Man. What's up, Z?
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Oh, that's not the right one.
No.
I don't know. Try it again. It's been a while since I've heard this song.
Jesus.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Oh,
No,
See, that's the
scoring
end of it, dude.
touchdowns.
Seriously.
nothing. On the road to. How let's go.
Scoring touchdowns, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God! I can't believe it's so hard.
That's what your mom said.
There you go.
That was good. Nicely done, sir.
Finally.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly. Oh, it's fight, Eagles, fight. God, I suck.
Seriously, pick another fucking song. Okay, that's it. I'm calling it.
That was horrible.
Horrible.
The fight.
Giving myself a thumbs down on that one.
Fucking terrible. On the other mic, we have the illustrious Corey G. What is up, sir?
Football.
What I'm fucking talking about. Well, if you haven't guessed, football is back. Football is back, and not a moment too soon. Thank God. Seriously, it was getting crazy back there for a while with the fucking lockout or whatever else. But it's back. Not a moment too soon. I'm excited. If for no other reason than I can watch my team tank it again and miss the playoffs. Fantastic.
Hey, Giants.
Oh, whatever.
You suck.
Whatever. Fuck your moms ahead of time, all right? A giant fuck your mom for the entire show for the both of you, okay? But we're not here tonight to talk about the fucking Eagles and the Giants, although I'm sure I'm going to get thrown under the bus. Yeah, all right. This week, something must be done about fantasy football. Fantasy football is a phenomenon. It's really remarkable how it's taken off. It's like the rotisserie baseball of professional football. For those of you,
What the fuck is rotisserie baseball?
you fucking know.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. It was fantasy baseball before they called it fantasy baseball. It was rotisserie baseball. It was what it was called.
They used to put it in that little oven and it spins it around a while on a spit.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah, why is it
Christ.
called rotisserie? Way to do your homework, Spear.
Way to fucking throw me off the whole goddamn thing, asshole.
You brought it up.
Don't even know what it means.
Yeah.
It's
Trying to look educated.
It's the original scoring system for fantasy baseball. It was developed in 1980, named after the New York City restaurant La Rotisserie Française, where its founders first met for lunch and first played the game. That was where they first started to do fantasy baseball, and it was called Rotisserie League Baseball. So the fantasy football is the application of that for professional football, and it's turned into a billion-dollar business. It's tough to figure out exactly how many people play it, but most estimates have anywhere between 30 to 35 million people playing fantasy football a year.
And it's not just playing in one league. Most of those people are probably playing in multiple leagues.
Right. Look, my problem with this is I have several problems with this, and we'll talk about it. But the biggest problem I have with this is I'm kind of an old school sports fan. I just root for my team. I am a New York sports fan. I am born and bred. And
Hold on. Is that why you have season tickets to the Eagles and go to every home game?
I go to every
What?
game.
Yes or no, sir?
Yes, I have season tickets. I have
Thank
season
you.
tickets to the Eagles.
Thank you. No further questions.
Because I am a hardcore football fan. And I'm a hardcore football fan that goes to hang out with my buddies, see the Giants play once a year live, and enjoy the tailgating and the whole routine. I love football. But I love my Giants more than anything else. But if I'm watching a football game that the Giants are playing in, I'm watching it for the Giants. I'm not watching it to hope or root for the other players that are playing against my team. And that's a problem I would have if I'm playing fantasy football. I haven't played fantasy football since college. It's been a good long while since I even tried playing fantasy football. I did it for one season. It didn't take. I didn't like it. And I never played it again. Because I like
you
rooting
probably
for...
drafted all Giants, didn't you?
I didn't draft all Giants, fucking Nimrod, okay? I drafted other people, and that was my thing. Like, I didn't care about these other people. I wanted to root for my team. and being in a fantasy football league kind of counters that.
Well, it's just you have to put exceptions into it. So I play a lot of fantasy football. I've been in a keeper league for a couple of years now. It's probably going on like 6-7 years now. It's crazy. The league's been around for a while. But, yeah, it's like you're like, I'm rooting that Tom Brady throws 3 touchdowns, but I want the Eagles to score 4 touchdowns and for, the running back to get 30 more yards. And you're making these weird, crazy scenarios where you're like, this guy gets to do this, but I want my team in the end to win.
Yeah, it's too much for me.
That's my point, right? I don't want to have to choose sides. I don't want to have to say that, Aaron Rodgers is playing, the Green Bay Packers are playing the Giants, and I have Aaron Rodgers on my fantasy team. I want Aaron Rodgers to throw three touchdowns, but that means he's scoring 21 points on my Giants, and that's a problem for me.
It's probably not going to be hard, though.
What I'm saying is that's a problem for me because
I could probably throw 3 touchdowns on the Giants.
Is it going to be like this? Is this seriously going to be like this through this whole goddamn show?
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. I was hoping for a little bit more civility here.
Nope.
Can we stick to the topic? Can we?
We're talking about football.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, the opposite of that though is when I watch football before fantasy football, I'd only watch my game. I wouldn't give a shit about what else's games are going on. And now at least I'm interested in what other games are happening and what other players are doing, and for the mostly just to watch and see what my guys are doing fantasy wise. But I actually get to pay attention a lot more to other sports and see and actually watch a lot of really good plays and really good games.
So there's something to be said for that. I'll grant that. That's the one thing, and it's probably led to the reason that the NFL has exploded in popularity the way it has, because people now are paying more attention to more teams and more players than they would have ordinarily if they just focused on their team. But I still have a problem with my fantasy team playing against my favorite team. I mean, here's the example. Let's say the Eagles are playing the Packers. If Mike Vick throws for 3 touchdowns, and Aaron Rodgers throws for 5, if you have Aaron Rodgers on your team, are you happy that Aaron Rodgers threw for 5 touchdowns, or that the Eagles lost because the Packers scored twice as many points?
Depends if I needed the points or not.
The question is how much money you got riding on fantasy football.
That too.
Like if I'm playing in a fun league, I don't give a shit. I want my team to win. If I'm playing in a league for $500, then I'm gonna definitely be rooting for my fantasy player.
So how much money do you spend on fantasy football?
Usually I get suckered into paying like $20 for a league.
We have the league we do, our keeper league, is about $80, and that's league fees and then trades, and you get weekly money. So like if you have the most points for the week, you win a little bit for that.
Do you want to take a guess at how much people play on average, the average fantasy player? Do you want to take a guess how much they spend annually on league dues and buy-ins?
$150.
$150.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's where all the money comes from, right? I mean, we talk about a multi-billion-dollar industry here. I mean, that's where all the money comes from. It's all the money that's changing hands between the leagues and the other people participating. I mean, 35 million people playing. That's a lot of money that changes hands.
Yeah, how much money exchanges on a golf course?
Or in poker.
Well, that's at least calling gambling. The other ones nobody actually considers gambling.
But I mean, that's the point, right? It's gambling. There's a lot of money that changes hands, and if you're rooting, it changes your rooting interest entirely because there's money on the line.
Right. Right. Depending on how much you got on it is depending on whether or not you got your home team loyalty versus making a couple bucks.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. I really do. I really have a problem with betraying my home team loyalty, for lack of a better term.
Why? They've been betraying you for years.
No, they haven't. Super Bowl champions, motherfucker. When was the last time you won a Super Bowl? Oh, that's right, you haven't. Oh, that's right. Still dead silence. Fuck your moms, the both of you. 3 Super Bowl championships to how many from the Eagles?
You want me to start quoting Patriot numbers?
Miracle at the Meadowlands.
Wait, hold on. Don't give me any fucking
4th
Patriot
and 27.
numbers. You want to give me Patriot numbers? 2007, motherfucker. Who did the Giants beat? Oh, that's right, the Patriots.
Miracle at the Meadowlands Part 2.
But you're giving me individual games. I'm talking about championships, motherfucker. What do you have?
What have you done for us lately?
How many
What have you
championships
done
has
at
the
all?
How many championships has New England sports teams won in the last 10 years?
Wait, you're from fucking Jersey. What are you talking about?
I'm not from Jersey.
Fine, you're
grew
from
up in
fucking
Bucks County, douchebag.
You're from Bucks County. What are you talking about the Patriots?
Where have I lived for the last 5 years?
What? So now you're a Patriots fan all of a sudden?
Oh, the guy who's lived in Philadelphia for how long is gonna give shit?
That's because I still root for my team, motherfucker.
I
This
still
guy,
root for the
this
Eagles.
guy
It's
just,
still
this
Eagles
guy
number
just jumped
one,
on
but
the Patriots bandwagon. What the fuck?
I'm still rooting for Eagles number 1, but I'm living here. So, and the Eagles don't play the Patriots unless it's the Super Bowl, and in which case I'd definitely be rooting for the Eagles.
So you jumped on the goddamn bandwagon.
I live here.
Who gives a shit? I live here and I haven't jumped on the goddamn
You
bandwagon.
root for the Eagles.
I don't root for the Eagles. When I go to the fucking
Financially,
games,
you
I
do.
sit there and I get drunk, and that's all I do. And when
Buy
they play the
season
Giants,
tickets.
I do that. Fuck your mom, Ganshorn. Okay,
You pay
I don't.
for parking.
I pay
and you
for
buy
yes,
beer
I pay for
and
parking.
food.
No, I don't buy beer inside the stadium. I get drunk outside the stadium. I pay for my own goddamn beer. Fuck your mom.
Why are you so angry?
Because
I
you
mean,
piss me off.
I'm
Okay.
really angry today.
Yeah, seriously.
Because I hate you fucking Eagles fans and you
Take the
bandwagon
tampon out of your ass,
fuck
dude.
your mom, Ganshorn. I've had it, and I've had it with the fucking bandwagon riding morons that latch on to any winning team just because they happen to live within a 5-mile fucking radius. Where were we before we fucking?
Money, gambling, and fantasy football.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, let's get this thing back on topic. Let me ask you this: if you're a hometown kind of guy, so you're saying you're rooting for the Patriots now. Would you wear a Patriots jersey?
I don't wear an Eagles jersey.
So given the choice, would you wear an Eagles jersey or a Patriots jersey?
Which game was I going to, and what city was I in?
All right, so you're a bit of a fair weather fan at that point.
Well, I don't wear Eagles paraphernalia ever. I don't own any Eagles
Let
shirts.
me ask you this: Would you be caught dead in an Eli Manning jersey?
Yes, I would not be caught dead in Eli Manning.
You would not be caught dead in an Eli Manning jersey. Ganshorn, would you wear an Aaron Rodgers jersey?
I would wear a Peyton Manning jersey.
Would I wear a what?
An Aaron Rodgers jersey or a Troy Polamalu jersey?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I hate Aaron Rodgers and I hate the Steelers.
Okay, so you hate the Steelers. Would it surprise you to know that Troy Polamalu has the top-selling jersey of last year?
Yes, that would surprise me.
Would it surprise you, Zeth, to find out that Aaron Rodgers has a second top-selling jersey last
That's
year?
because he won a Super Bowl, asshole.
Okay, would it surprise you to know that Eli Manning has the 9th top-selling jersey of last year?
Yes, that would surprise me very much.
Okay, so here's my question for you guys.
That just proves that people who live in New York are fucking morons and will buy anything.
All right, so here's the question for you. If people are buying Troy Polamalu jerseys, and you wouldn't wear a Troy Polamalu jersey, Ganshorn, and you wouldn't wear an Eli Manning jersey, Zeth, and you're both Eagles fans, quote unquote. Who do you think is buying these jerseys? And you can't tell me that there's a huge metropolis in Pittsburgh, in Green Bay, that the fan base is so huge that they're just buying up all these jerseys. You can't tell me that.
No, I agree with you. It's all bandwagon fair weather fans.
And that's what bothers me, right? I mean, fantasy football generates these bandwagon riding morons. You know, that just like I would never be caught dead in a jersey that's not a New York Giants jersey. I would never, ever, ever. And I don't care how good somebody on my fantasy football team is, I would never wear it. Could you see yourselves wearing something other than an Eagles jersey?
Yeah, I'd wear a jersey for players who went to my college.
Like I said, I'd wear Peyton Manning. I'd wear...
Well, we've already established that you're a douchebag because you would just wear the jersey that's appropriate for the game that you're going to.
Right, I'm not.
Well, do you wear your Giants jersey to the Eagles games?
Fuck yeah, I wear them to the Eagles games. I don't wear them on the outside because I don't want to get fucking killed, but I'm wearing
That's the
it.
same thing.
It's
That is
not-
absolutely the same
It's
thing.
not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I choose
Dude,
life, okay?
dude, 2-1.
I choose life, all right?
A real Giants fan wouldn't be ashamed or scared.
I wear it under my jacket, okay? That's how I do it. But I wear it. I wear it to every game.
Every
I wanna
Eagles
go
game
to
or
a-
every Eagles-Giants game?
Every Eagles-Giants game.
All right.
I want
I
to go to one of these with you just so I can take your jacket off.
Well,
And
I will take it off. I've played fucking horseshoes or washers or whatever in the parking lot wearing my Giants jersey. I don't have a problem with that. I get my appropriate amount of shit. It's cool. I get called an asshole, and I get booed.
You get called a masshole for wearing a Giants jersey?
I get called an asshole for wearing a Giants jersey, and I get booed, and that's fine with me.
You don't have to wear a Giants jersey for me to call you an asshole.
No, clearly not. Clearly
Asshole.
not. Asshole. And I wear my Giants jersey, and that's the only jersey I'm willing to wear. The only other way I would wear another jersey is if I lost a bet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that an invitation?
No, it's not an invitation.
I think that sounds like an invitation.
It's not an invitation.
Double dog dare. Come on, triple dog dare him.
I think we have a game coming up here that we can make this out of.
Yep.
I'd say we get a fantasy league together, and when Spear loses, he's going to have to wear he's going to have to wear a Giants jersey.
Totally
to
unfair,
both
because
home
now it's
games.
the two of you. It would be the two of you against me. That's totally unfair.
That's how every show goes.
Yeah, I know, which is still totally unfair. So I would have to beat the both of you. What happens if I beat one of you and the other one beats me?
We can determine those rules later.
No. I'm not getting into this bullshit with you guys. No, you want to do a fantasy football thing. There's got to be different stakes. Let's get other things involved here.
Don't be such a pussy.
I'm not going to be a pussy, but I'm just saying, if you want to get something going here, let's
Name your terms.
Name my terms. Well, what are your terms first? If you win, what is it? I wear the Eagles jersey.
No, I was going to have to make you
watch him fuck your mom.
I was going to say something where you have to publicly declare something about your mom.
Oh, I like that one better.
We'll start with
Wait,
you.
who are you talking to?
I'm sorry. We'll start with you. What are your terms? If you win the whole thing, see, the only way this works is if you win the whole thing, what do you make the two of us do? Or is it just me that's getting punished, which is just patently unfair?
Probably just you.
This is wrong. Wrong.
If I win it all, you wear an Eagles jersey and hat to work.
Okay.
And you call me from the office and you sing the Eagles fight song.
Okay. If I win it all, the both of you need to wear Giants paraphernalia.
Can it just be a T-shirt? I don't want to buy a jersey.
Yeah, it can be a T-shirt. That's what I'm saying, paraphernalia.
All right.
And you have to call me with a Giants cheer of some kind. The Giants don't really have a cheer. Let's be honest.
Done.
It's mostly because we've proven that we have better than a fifth grade intellect, so we don't have to spell our team's name over and over again.
Yeah, I don't believe that's the real reason.
Yeah,
I think it's probably because you guys can't spell that big word.
I believe we are smarter than that. I know we are smarter than that, and frankly, I don't need to get into this with you guys. All right, so what about you there, Zeth? What happens if you win the whole thing here?
I win the whole thing. I don't know.
I like the idea about him saying something about his mom.
I think that'd be hilarious.
What do you want me to say about my mom?
Anything. You have to publicly say something about your mom's vagina.
Okay, fine. On the show.
On the show.
Fair enough.
And it has to make it to the final post.
Okay.
And you have to say it with meaning.
Okay. All right, that's done. All right, so
we need something if you're at the bottom of the league too.
Oh, if you get like the toilet bowl?
Yeah, if you're the very bottom.
Well, this has got to be for all of us, right? What happens if any one of us is at the very bottom?
Yep.
Dye your hair.
I think we need listener suggestions for this.
There we go.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we invite the listeners to participate in the league?
Ooh.
There you go. That's a good idea.
So why don't we do that? So here we go. We are announcing the 4 Listeners Fantasy Football League.
The 4LL.
I think what we can do is we can probably rope in a few other guest hosts that have been on the show before. So maybe we turn this into maybe a little maybe hosts versus fans.
I think that could work.
Yeah. And let's say this: if one of our listeners beats all 3 of us, there'll be some 4 listeners merch in it for them. How about that?
We can get some
Yeah,
merch.
that works.
We can get some merch prizes.
Yep.
So we'll do that. And Ganshorn's got to be nice, right? No picking on the listeners, Ganshorn. Be good.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Be nice.
Be
No
nice.
picking on them.
No picking on the listeners, Ganshorn.
I'm gonna trash talk the shit out of them. You know why? Because they can't say a thing back.
They can post back, though.
Yeah, but since you're commish, you can remove that shit. I'm gonna trash talk the shit out of anybody and everybody on the show.
Nice. See, Seth, I think you gotta let all of that go. Are you gonna be the commish of our 4LL here?
I can do it. I can do it.
All right.
I will lead this league with integrity and honor.
All right. There we go. There's an honest promise from the Z-Man there. Who's gonna be the commish. All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. If you wanna play in the 4 Listeners Fantasy Football League, the 4LL, here's what we want you to do. Go on to iTunes, and why don't you give us a 5-star review? What can you give us?
5-star review.
5-star review. Give us a 5-star review. We'll pick the best 5-star reviews, the top 6, I guess. We'll go with that.
Yeah,
So,
we'll go 6 on 6.
If we get more than 4, I'll be happy. But the top 6, we'll take a look at them. We'll review them. Our favorite 6 get to play in the league. And then we'll let you guys know. Get your submissions in by the 21st?
Yeah, get us in by Sunday the 21st, and give us a little time to review them. We'll figure out who we like the best, and we'll get you on.
And then we'll schedule for the draft shortly after that. In addition, I have another idea. I think I'm going to open up the naming of my team to our listeners.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, so I'm going to open up the naming of my team to the listeners. If you have a suggestion for the name of my fantasy football team, why don't you go ahead and post it up on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. I will not pick it. I am going to let Corey and Zeth choose the worst possible team name for me, and I will live with it. You guys up for that?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
While you're there, don't forget to hit the like button, though.
Certainly, you can suggest more than one. Suggestions are not limited to one per person. So go ahead, get creative, get crazy. Fuck with me, fuck with my mom. Everyone else does it. Just, daisy chain my mom and have a good time with it. I don't give a shit.
Wow.
That I need to get on a T-shirt.
I look forward to kicking all of your asses. I especially look forward to kicking Ganshorn's ass so that I can talk smack and make him feel like a little girl.
Lick my ball spear.
What do you got, Ganshorn? I'm telling you right now. This is it. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it, dude.
What are you gonna bring?
I'm bringing pain, sir. Thanks for checking us out this week, and we hope that not only will you join our Fantasy Football League, but that you will join us again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
Tom Brady, New York Giants are the Super Bowl 42 champions.